Former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin. So let me get this straight. Taxpayer money for that ad in Pakistan. They blame the movie. It's self-evident that it was terror, and now we're back to the movie again. Help me out here, Governor.
Right. So now in the midst of this apology tour, we see our embassies in the Middle East under siege. So how is that U.S. apology tour working out for you, Mr. President? Look, if our fearless leaders insist on waving the white flag like this, then they need to bring our troops home from the Middle East. No more blood, no more U.S. treasure spent, not one drop, if those in control of our troops' lives and our tax dollars going into things like this are going to capitulate, apologize for a First Amendment right of ours, freedom of speech that our troops are over there fighting for. Sean, our commander-in-chief is contradicting what we believe our troops' mission is, and that is to protect freedom.
It's to protect freedom, but think about this. This lie that they told, they're protecting the perpetrators of terror, the murderers of Americans. Help me out. Is it Al-Qaeda they're protecting, too, in the process? Because why? They don't want to admit that, saying they stopped torture worked and the apology tour didn't work? What is the thinking behind this?
Well, certainly he is succeeding in weakening America when it comes to these foreign policies that he is adopting. It's the antithesis of Reagan's peace through strength. And I believe that other countries are looking at America today as this paper tiger, that we're not going to follow through on threats or sanctions or those things that we need to do in order to be that beacon of hope and bright light that other countries could look to America and wish to emulate those practices of ours to help create a safer, more peaceful world. Have you ever seen a more disorganized and dishonest administration than what you're seeing today? When it comes to these convoluted messages, these mixed up messages of theirs as they try to convince the public many different sides of this story.
The Libyan president told us this was premeditated, contradicting all the spin they were giving us. We were told we had 3 days' notice. This happened on the anniversary of 9/11, and then we discover that we didn't beef up security. Now, thank God, Univision finally asked the question tonight. He dodged it. He didn't give an answer. But why wouldn't the president have beefed up security here? So in the process, do you think this was premeditated lying by the president to cover up their bad policies?
Well, the president is masterful at dodging the question, and the press really stinks at following up and making him answer questions, making him be accountable to the people who have elected him to be a leader. Though I don't consider him a leader. I consider Barack Obama a politician. Again, Sean, it is atrocious what is going on, and we need to exert strength. We need to be protecting all those things that we have believed that our troops are in war zones for. Otherwise, we are wasting U.S. blood and treasure, and I say no more.
All right. Here's what's driving me crazy as well, because all the pandering, it's interesting, this all happened in Cairo with I Stop Torture. He's accused our brave men and women, this is back in 2009, of torturing, which is not true. And he said, I'm closing Gitmo, which he never ended up doing anyway. But now the Muslim Brotherhood is in power. He didn't see this coming. Some of us did. And he pushes Mubarak out of the way. Here's the Muslim Brotherhood. This is their motto. And President Morsi was the head of it. Allah our objective, the Prophet our leader, the Quran our law, jihad our way, dying in the way of Allah is our highest hope. Do you think one taxpayer dime should go to the Muslim Brotherhood, go to Egypt, go to Morsi, who was called the Israelis vampires?
Well, no, not unless the Egyptian government changes its tune and says no, that they will not support those tenets of the Muslim Brotherhood's beliefs that would stymie freedom and seek to harm the U.S. Remember, we were told, Sean, when Mubarak was being ousted, and I had said, and you had said, well, it looks like he's out the door, but we asked who would the replacement be. When we were threatened with this Muslim Brotherhood being the replacement, we were told that they were harmless and that they would seek to be allies of the U.S. We're finding that that is not the truth.
All right, Governor, it looks like Vegas behind you. Good luck if you're playing. I like to play blackjack once in a while. Good luck out there.
Hey, thanks, Sean. I appreciate this opportunity.